favorite poems project. So basically, poetry has always been kind of a bland thing for me. Like, I remember when I was younger, my mom came home with a poetry book one day, and I was focusing a lot more on the drawings in the poetry book than the actual poetry. And then we enter high school-ish, middle school, and then it's like this forced thing. And if I know anything, it's that I don't like being told what to do. So once you force poetry on me, I'm not into it. But then it got reintroduced to me as a song and as music being poetry, and it kind of changed my mind to it. And when I saw this project, the first poem or first song that I thought of was Don't Watch Me Cry by Georgia Smith. Reason being is because I think I felt love for the first time, and that has since changed. And it's something that's recent and that I felt. And one day I was very dazed and very out of it, but I had music playing in the background, just random music, and this song came on and I felt it much harder than I did when I previously listened to it, because I've now experienced what she's talking about. So now I'm gonna be doing Don't Watch Me Cry by Georgia Smith. Oh, it hurts the most 'cause I don't know the cause. Maybe I shouldn't have cried when you left and told me not to wait. So basically I'm studying abroad, and when I made the decision to study abroad, I originally didn't know this guy, and I was kind of being impulsive, which kind of began being an ongoing theme with me, which I'm trying to slow down on. But anyways, I made the decision, I did the paperwork, and I was kind of too far in to change my mind, and I met this guy, and we had this agreement that don't wait, like, don't hold up. Don't linger on this love. We're too young to not experience life because of this love. And at the moment, it sounded good. But I just don't think that's how I work. To just forget about something, to love something and not to, I don't know. I guess I did leave it, but I think I was still hopeful that it was going to be there when I came back. And I feel like the things that were said, it led me on to believe that. And that was nice and reassuring at the time, but overall, much more destructive. Oh, it kills the most to say that I still care. Now I'm trying to rewind the times you held and kissed me back. When I first got here, it was already rough for me mentally, and what I looked for was comfort, and this idea of this guy and like just our experiences, our memories, it brought me comfort, and me talking to him brought me comfort into a point, and it was nice. Like remembering when he held and kissed me there, or whatever. I wonder if you're thinking, is she alright all alone? I wonder if you tried to call but couldn't find your phone. When I first got here, there was this distance, but I think I was ignoring it and only seeing what I wanted to see. And that ended up hurting me in the long run. But that's okay. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. Time goes on, as they say. Have I ever crossed your thoughts because your name's all over mine? Moments in time, don't watch me cry. Moments in time, don't watch me cry. This guy's probably seen me cry more than he wanted to. But I felt like he was one of the first people that I trusted. Technically the second person that I just like really trusted with like personal stuff and that I can cry in front of, and I felt like it was okay. And now it's kind of like crazy that he made me cry. Like I would never think that before leaving. Like you would never hurt me. But alas, I was wrong. I'm wrong in a lot of things. It's just crazy to think that the person that caused you so much happiness has also caused you so much pain. But at the same time, it makes a lot of sense because they always evoke some type of emotion out of you. But it's just they're so far apart that you just can't imagine it at the time. I'm not crying 'cause you left me on my own. I've always kind of felt like I've been on my own, very independent, very keeping things to myself to the point that it was very toxic. And I finally started opening up, and then I felt how nice it was to have somebody. I had 2 people actually, and it feels like overnight I lost both of them. It's like you lose you lose trust in the 2 people that you trusted the most, and I think that's probably the hardest thing to deal with, especially when you're on your own. And you're really on your own now because you're scared to trust again. And that's going to become a problem in the future, but right now I'm not gonna think about it. I'm not crying 'cause You left me with no warning. Maybe there were warnings and I just didn't pick up. Maybe I was too naive. Maybe I was too fascinated with this feeling of what I think is love, but I still have no clue. But the fact is that you had a lot of opportunities to tell me, and you didn't. And you say, I should have told you sooner, but you didn't. And you had a lot of opportunities to do it, and that hurts. I'm just crying 'cause I can't escape what could have been. It's like you can't help but wonder, what if I stayed? What if I didn't study abroad? Would we be together? Would something else happen? Was I ever even a part of your interests? Was I ever even something to you? Was it completely one-sided? As I found out from someone else that you couldn't even tell me that I just loved you and you never loved me. That also hurt. Future reference, please don't ever do that to anyone else. If you care. If you care about them. Are you aware when you set me free? All I can do is let my heart bleed. When you set me free. When you set me free, you destroyed this trust that I felt I can have with people. And it's not your fault. It's my fault for letting you in the first place. It's my fault for believing you when you said you loved me. My fault for just seeing things that weren't there and not seeing things that were. That's me. That's my fault. I blame me. And now I'm just so lost on what's real because I don't feel like this was. To you. It was so real to me. It was so real to me. But it was never real to you. Just confused, I guess. It doesn't matter. Life goes on. Things happen. Oh, it's harder when you can't see through the thoughts. Not that I want to get in, but I want to see how your mind works. I think that's the thing that I loved about him the most, is his mind, his cleverness, the way he said things, the little jokes, the fact that he can memorize certain parts of movies. There's just like little attributes that I felt so happy, and I feel like I love those. No, it's harder when they don't know what they've done. I don't know if he knows what he did. I don't know if he cares. I don't know if it was ever a thing in the first place. You say so many things, but obviously they just weren't true, or else you wouldn't have done this. I don't think. Like, you could have just told me, and I would have been happy for you. I really would have. The fact that you just led me on as far as you did to think that it was real in the first place, I don't know. Thinking it's better to leave, meaning that I have to move on. I don't know what moving on is. I don't know. It's always going to be a factor of my life, and I feel like I shouldn't let go of that or ignore that. It is what it is. I was very happy at the time. I'm not going to ignore the fact that I was. But he also destroyed me, and I can't just ignore that because I feel like I would. Like, I feel like I'm not even mad at him. Just crazy. It's freaking crazy. But what is counted as moving on? Don't know. Oh, I wonder if you're thinking, is she alright all alone? I wonder if you tried to call but couldn't find your phone. Have I ever crossed your thoughts? 'Cause your name's all over mine. A moment in time, don't watch me cry. A moment in time, don't watch me cry. I'm honestly scared to love again. And scared to trust again. And I don't know how to move on from that at this very moment, but I know that I will. I'm not crying 'cause you left me on my own. I'm not crying 'cause you left me with no warning. I'm just crying 'cause I can't escape what could have been. Are you aware when you set me free? All I can do is let my heart bleed. I chose this because I felt it after not thinking too much about it. And that contrast was very interesting because I understand a lot more songs than I did before. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for this experience in a way because there's no reason to be mad about it. I just feel like it overall destroyed me. And it's not just him. It was two people that I trusted, and I don't know if they care. And I'm very lost. I think I just care too much, and that's my problem. And I'm not a good person. I'm not a great person. I'm not meaning to make myself sound like that. I am just a person who seems to be struggling. And when people cared about this person, I clung on to that more than I should have. I should have stayed with me, myself, and I, keeping everything in, I guess. So with that, I end my favorite poem project, and this meant something to me, so yep.